Kaiden, Brian. How are you? We'll just use the name of the team. That's the youngsters and that's little soldiers. I don't know what your name there because I just forget. Yeah. First name. The full name. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Raymond Gishad Stadium in the Valley. We are here to witness the first game today. Today we have a doubleheader, and the first game is the youngsters against the little soldiers, and they will be competing today to see who's going to move on or to gain points on top of what they already have as we continue the National Women's League competition in Anguilla, sponsored by Sunset Homes. Today I have a co-worker here with me, a youngster by the name of Kaiden Brian. Welcome, man. Say something on the mics.
Good afternoon to one and all, and yes, it is. It's going to be a competitive game here thus far, as both teams seem to be evenly matched. They both have a full set of good young players mixed with a bit of experience, and it should be a cracking game.
Very well said, very well said. You're right about that. I think the youngsters, I have seen them in action, I've seen the little soldiers in action, and the both teams can give us something to enjoy today. So I will be sure that we will see some goals today, Kaiden. I know you would have seen some of the teams play already, and what's your take on the Women's League as it continues here today?
Well, thus far the Women's League has been very competitive. All the games they've been pretty evenly matched, even though the scorelines not suggested. The play on the field has looked very competitive. All of the teams have shown a good fight thus far, and it's going to be very tight to see who comes out on top.
That's so well said. That's so well said. I know that the youngsters, they would have been the Socorama champions when the league started. They would have won all their games in the Socorama in that one-day contest, and they come out pretty much well. We have seen the little soldiers in action. We would have seen them win their last game they played. So all in all, as you said, it's going to be competitive, and I'm sure one of the teams will win tonight. I'm sure we'll see some goals tonight. So yeah, it's going to be good, and our listeners out there in Anguilla, St. Martin, all over the world, you can hear us on YouTube. We are at the Raymond Gishad Stadium in the Valley, and my name is Remy Minette. I'm here with my colleague here, Kaiden Brian, and we're going to make sure that you enjoy it and do the best we can. We don't have a list of the different names, but we know the teams, so we will call the numbers and the team they represent. So the ball pass, number 18 pass, the youngsters in control of that ball. The ball go back to the defense line, right defense line. She's taking her time, and she tried to pass it, but will be intercepted here by the little soldier, number 3, but taken away from the youngster, number 2, trying to cross, and she will turn back and lose it to little soldiers, and as you can see, they're moving through the midfield. A little bit of a jumble up thing here, but number 5 for the youngster have the ball straight to the defense line. Wing for the youngster. She will look to pass. She's taking on 2 defenders for the little soldiers, but they did well to prevent her from going through, but the ball passed back to her, and here's a chance to shoot straight to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper did well. What do you think so far? I think the youngsters showing some kind of strength right there in the short 1 minute of the game started.
Well, right now they seem to be they are applying a lot of pressure to the little soldiers. They are moving well. Their passing is for the most part accurate. And they've put a shot all on the keeper to test the keepers.
Yes, indeed. Nice, good comment. I like that. I like that. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said, you know, commentary. If you can have someone with you there to debate and talk, and share ideas. There's a shot at goal, but the keeper will watch it pass. Share the ideas, and we can create something real good for the listeners because we know there are even people all the way in England watching this game on YouTube and enjoying it, Anguillians. And as you know, right now in the Caribbean, we play more football than anywhere else because of the pandemic. So we'll see what happens in this game. But I have a feeling that we'll see some goals in the first half. What's your take on that?
I do think we will see a couple goals in this first half, but what I'm noticing about the Little Soldiers defense is it's less of a back four and more of a four and with a sweeper behind it. So it looks like they come out a bit more defensive, looking to invite the pressure from the youngsters and soak it up and hit them on the break.
That's a very good point you make. So it looked like they are playing like a 4-3, 4-5, maybe 2 attacking forwards. It looked like that to me, because I could count up to 5 defenders, or 1, 2, 3, 4, up to that. But you are right about what you said. So maybe that's their game plan in the first 20 minutes. We'll have to see that change. But I know they have a good defense line. It will be left to see how the youngsters going through their defense line. If they do, it would be something good to watch. And as we can see, the ball is moving through. Just what we just mentioned, number 2 pass. There's a chance of an outside. Flag went up. So the Lions man, he's making no mistake at all. He makes sure that he raises his flag to George number 10. She looked very, very attentive and attacking. And that's good to see. It tells me that the future of Angola football is heading somewhere. What's your take on that?
Yeah, the future of Angola women's football and men's football, for that matter, looks very bright. Especially if you were to watch the high school football, the primary school football. You see all these young ballers coming up. They look like they have some quality in them. There's a bright future for Angola's football.
And I'm sure that the association is well up to that also, to see that progress and to invest in the different areas to develop football in Angola. Because one of the things I noticed in Angola, we don't play much football on the outskirts of Angola. For instance, we have a ball field in Stanley Ground. We'd like to see it upgraded, maybe some goalposts, maybe see some football in East End, Island Harbour, and then come to the stadium for the big grand finale. Here's a nice ball there, counter attack here by the youngsters, and they will lose it to the Little Soldiers. Little Soldier midfield, it looked like Remisha, I remember her name. She big kick there, ball go to the wing, but the defense for the youngsters is very large. You have 4 defenders there. It wouldn't be easy for them to pass through. We'll have to wait and see. But so far the ball is being played midfield. Nice pass here. Nice pass to number 2. Can she get it? If she did, it would have been a perfect play.
What I am noticing is that the Little Soldiers are they are allowing a bit of pressure to come on, and once the ball reaches to, looks like the number 10 for the youngsters, they're swamping her. They're not allowing to get any room. As we see a player down there for the Little Soldiers.
You think it's cramps?
It might be a lack of warm-up. Maybe she came late, so shouldn't be too severe, but looks like the stretcher's coming out, so it might be bad, because she is in a lot of pain.
Wow. It's kind of early for that, but nevertheless, she maybe gets some cramps, and I'll tell you, there's a saying, the younger you are, the lesser cramps you get, but it doesn't matter how young or old you are. If you don't physically fit for this game, it can humbug you somehow. But it's good to see that the women's league is taking the spotlight in Angola football, and I noticed over the past weeks we've seen some large crowds coming here and supporting the women's football, which to me is a very good thing for Angola.
That is very good. There are very large crowds that are coming out. As we can see right now, the crowd is starting to fill out as well. It's growing steadily. And by the second game, it should be a very sizable crowd here.
So just to tell you, our listening public out there, is football action at the Raymond A. Gishat Stadium in the Valley. It's the Little Soldiers against the Youngsters in a doubleheader competition tonight. After this game, there will be another match. We will inform you as to the two teams that will play after this match. But for now, we're into the 10th minute or so of the game. We're in about the 10th minutes of the game, or between 10 to 12 minutes. Our signboard is down because we had some bad weather last week. But nevertheless, football action is continuing right here. And I'm with the man, Kaiden Bryan, and he is a youngster, and I'm sure he loves football, and he giving me all the great ideas of football in Angola in general as we await the medics to leave the field. One of the players for the Little Soldiers is down. I'm not sure if she suffered a cramp or if she was tackled by someone. I'm not sure, but she's down, and she's getting all the best attention as there is for her. So yes, Kaiden, you would have, let's talk a little about the men football. The men tournament has went on, and we're into the Champion League now. And what is your take on the men's football in Angola at this time around? Do you see it more competitive, or where you see it going?
Well, the men's football league, especially the Champions League right now, it looks very competitive. You see teams like the Enforcers coming up. You see teams like Ducks United coming up. You always have your Kicks and your Lions there. You have your Tackles. All teams look very good thus far. And even in the developmental league, you see teams like Diamonds, teams like Uprising. It's two very competitive leagues going on for both the Champions League and developmental league.
No, you would have heard or see and noticed that the Ducks team has come a long way. They've been one of the teams that whenever they play, they get beaten, and but they've pretty much surprised Angola. What is your feel on that, to see Ducks came all the way to the final with Lions?
Well, this Ducks team has come out this year looking a lot stronger than they have in recent years. They came up with a lot of fight, a lot of hunger. Like, they were tired of being towards the bottom of the league. So they came up with some fight and some hunger. As we see the number 6, it looks like, for the Youngsters. It's out wide with the number 2, and it's going to be out for a throw-in for the Youngsters. As we see a couple players warming up there for the Little Soldiers.
Early subs?
A couple of early subs. As the ball is played in, it's not controlled, and it's going to be cleared by the Little Soldiers. The Little Soldiers' defense is looking very compact, very solid. They're looking like they are well organized at the back. They're marshaled by that last defender they have behind there. Not really playing for the offsides. They are more trying to keep everything in front of them and protecting the goalkeeper. That's right. As the throw-in comes in, and it's back with the Little Soldiers, but given away. It's a good ball inside. She is bundled, and it's going to be eventually cleared by the Little Soldiers. And she plays a ball back to the number 3 for the Youngsters, over to the number 11. She's looking out wide, looking for a pass. Strider beats one, and she sends it out wide, ball over the top, and it gets through, and they have a chance, but the ball just would not set for them. But they are knocking on the door. They are pressing. They are trying to break the shackles of the Little Soldiers' defense.
Yes, man. It's a great point to notice there with the defense line for Little Soldier. As you said earlier, it looked like they're more on the defensive. So maybe that's their tactics in the first maybe 20 minutes or so of the game. So we'll have to wait and see what changed after that. But for now, they are defending. But in my mind, what are you defending? I always say that if the game has started, you gotta maybe try to get something on the board. Open an account. So the score is 0-0 now, but the Youngsters is trying, and they're in the box of the penalty area. Will she shoot? Does she have a left? No. And defended there by the Little Soldiers, but the ball is still there. The 18-yard box, big kick to the keeper, and keeper holds safely. So yeah, Hayden, Kaiden, it's point well taken with the defense line, but I still see the youngsters going through their defense still easily.
The youngsters it's just the final ball is not where it's going to be. It will get better throughout the game because it's still very early. But right now the final ball is not at its optimal level. But nothing I've noticed that the youngsters' defense is seeming to stay. They are staying behind the halfway line. The fullbacks are not moving forward. It's like there is not much pressure from the little soldiers, so they could afford to send one of their fullbacks forward to
Keep the ball up.
exactly give them another player to pass the ball to stretch the little soldiers' defense more.
That's a good point here. Right now the ball is playing on one side, or it's on the little soldiers half. So the game is playing on one half of the field, and what you said is very much true. They should try and create an attacking forward to keep the ball up, so you can have action on both sides, and opportunities can come for them. But right now, it looked like to me that the youngsters in full control of that segment of the game.
As the youngsters are in full control as we see the ball there in the midfield, but it's going to be cleared by the little soldiers. But again, the little soldiers have nothing going for them forward. It's like everything is behind the halfway line. They have as number 11 takes a wild shot, and it's going to be out for a goal kick for the little soldiers.
A goal kick or corner kick? Which one?
Referee gave a corner.
Look like a corner.
It did.
Look like a
I
corner.
thought last touch came after the youngsters, but
So let's see what the youngsters will do with that corner kick. Yeah, so we create a. That's yours. So let's hope this corner create a goal at least for the youngsters, because they are the one playing the better game now. The little soldiers are more on the defensive mood, but we'll have to wait and see as the game go along in time. We'll see. But here's a chance here. The ball kick in the air back to the youngster attacking forward. Shoot that goal. The keeper comes out and hold nicely. So the keeper is doing pretty well.
the keeper has been the best play for the little soldiers. Had there been a runner right around the 6-yard area, it would have caused keeper problems. As you see the ball back in the midfield for the youngsters. But if no, and that's going to be a foul against the little soldiers. Another chance for the youngsters to put the ball in the box and cause the keeper some problems.
Man, what I have to tell you, Kaiden, that I don't want to predict the game, but what I'm seeing there, anytime the youngsters might just want to score because they're always getting the opportunities. But here is Ramisha, I remember her name, here's Ramisha moving through the midfield, trying to create an attack there, but she can't go through the defense for the youngsters. Big kick in the middle. And again, the defender here, number 22 for the little Sula, she's a tough girl. I've seen her in action. They don't pass her so easy, and it's the foul. Take it away.
Yes, that number 22 for the little soldiers. I saw for the first time last week against, I think it was the Shining Stars. I think it was.
Oh yeah, they beat them back.
Yes, they did beat them 2-0, and she played very well that game because the Shining Stars have a good striker, but she marshaled both of the strikers very well, and she's looking very good here today as well.
I believe she will play for the national level. Right?
I believe she does. I think she does. We'll have to see her properly, but I believe she does. And there's a big kick out for a throw into the youngsters. Well, with about 20 to 21 minutes gone, it's been a dominant performance by the youngsters with no end product to show for it. As we see the little soldiers have a break now. It's on the right hand side of the center circle, and it's a poor control. The pass was good, but the control just wasn't there. Again, the little soldiers have nothing for them going forward. Everything is concentrated on that defense. It's a ball out wide if she can play. It's out wide to number 2 for the youngsters. She takes a ball, tries to put it into the box, but again the 22 is there again. She's everywhere in this defense.
For the youngsters to score, they will have to pass her, and passing are not easy. But again, the youngsters seems to have the better chance of scoring because they are pretty much on the half of the little soldiers.
And there's a ball into the box here, but Again cleared by the little soldiers, but she's put under pressure. Number 2 puts in a cross. It's a good ball. It's well controlled. It's an opportunity for a shot, but the ball just won't set, and it's in the keeper's hands. The ball just would not sit up for any of them to take a shot, and the keeper is going to put this one long, looking for the lone attacker. Looks like for the little soldiers. And again, they have nothing for them going forward. There's a ball on the right hand side. She wants it. She decides to take it herself, and it's going to be cleared by the little soldiers. It's a good ball for control again. They just have nothing going. It's like I don't think they're really trying to penetrate the defense. More like they're trying to sit back and hit them on the break. It's a great ball over the top of the number 2 here. If she can hold, yes, she will stop it. She has options in the box waiting. Puts in a good ball. It's a great ball to the back post. Oh my word! A brilliant ball to the back post. She just could not put it on target. She just needed a touch. Just a touch she needed. She could not put it on target. And Little Soldier survived. It was a brilliant ball by the number 2.
Oh yeah, nice cross.
It's a great ball over the top again, but the 22 is there. She's always there. She's ever present in that Little Soldier's defense.
I just want to talk a little on that cross from number 2 for the youngsters. What a brilliant cross. All the left wing had to do was just make the ball hit her foot, and it would have gone inside the goal. Just had to touch it. What an opportunity there for them.
Towards the number 10. Can she get them? No, the keeper's out well. The youngsters are looking a lot more. They are forcing the issue a lot more now. As we see the ball out on the left-hand side now for the little soldiers. It's a good ball inside. There's a player. There is a run if she wants it. Oh, the player stopped the run. She did, and the ball probably wouldn't have got there anyways, and it's going to be safely into the arms of the keeper of the youngsters. First time she has touched the ball. she hasn't had to really leave the edge of her box. Again, the little soldiers are going forward, and she touched it for the second time. The keeper's not really getting much opportunity to touch this ball here. As with the number 4 here, sends it towards the number 11. 11 plays it inside. There are opportunities here. The number 6, that's a very good touch. A very good ball. There's a ball right to the touch. Oh my word. She just needed a good control, and that would have been 1-0.
Or trigger from a distance.
She could have shot it. She just needed the proper. I don't think she made her mind up as to what she wanted to do. So it ended up being half a control, half a shot. But the youngsters are forcing the issue a lot now. They are really trying to get a goal that's outweighed with the dangerous number 2. She's looked very good thus far. Can she put another good ball to the box? Sends it back to number 11. That's good pressure there, and that's going to be a foul. That is a foul. That is going to be a foul. And they can put another dangerous ball into the box. Try and give the keeper another thing to worry about.
So it's a free kick here. It's good football here at the Raymond Egishat Stadium in the Valley. It's the youngsters against the Little Soldiers. And one of the players for the Little Soldiers would have been injured, and the ambulance would come to assist. So let's hope she'll be okay. But it looked like a water break for the both teams, and the score is the Little Soldiers 0 and the youngsters 0. But in the first part of the game, as we see Kaiden, I believe that sooner or later the youngsters will score, because they have shown that they have the capability of going through the defense of the Little Soldiers, and they had chances upon chances, and it's just a matter of time. They are going to score.
Well, a goal for the youngsters is nothing less than they deserve. They have been very good thus far. They've been attacking, they've been penetrative. They just haven't had that final touch to put the ball in the net. They've had 2 clear-cut opportunities, but it's been a very cagey affair for the Little Soldiers thus far. They've not really gotten out of their own half. Everything has been in their half. Everything has been at their goal. I don't think the other keeper has really had a touch. She's touched the ball once, as far as I can count. And it's been about 25 minutes gone.
Well, I believe that the youngsters, for the games I've seen them play, they seem to be one of the top teams in the league, and then we can't forget the superstars. You can't forget them. But the little soldiers, the last game they played so well, so they're right up with the rest. So you can't take nothing from them. So this game here is a crucial game. But as you said before, they're more on a defensive mood. So let's hope they can change that plan and score some goals.
I really do think they should, because the game I saw last week, they were very attacking. They looked to put shots on the keeper and they scored 2 good goals. So I don't know why they've come out here very defensively. I don't know whether they're missing players or what's not.
I want to think so.
They might be missing players, and that's why they've come out so defensive. But the change from the last week performance to this week performance, it's not been a bad performance by the little soldiers. They've just not been trying to move forward. They've been very defensive. They've been camped in their own half, camped in front of their own box. Nothing has been going forward for them. Everything has been back end. They've survived thus far. Nothing has gone in the back of the net.
That's true. Yeah. Now, what I want to talk a little about is most of the players would come from all parts of Anguilla, but I know we have a lot of players come from the South Hill area and West End and Blowing Point. So it's good to see that the Women's League have a touch of Anguilla from all areas. It's a very good thing to see.
Yes, it is very good to see some diversity among the villages in Anguilla all coming together to play some good football, to entertain the crowd, to score some goals, to win the championships. It's very good to see.
Now, I would want to ask a question here, because when the primary school play, to me the whole of Anguilla comes out. So when at this level, why you think that not the whole of Anguilla come out? Because maybe the younger ones would bring out their parents faster?
Yeah, I think it's more of a case of the interest level to see how the youngsters are going to, like, it's more of a scouting to see which youngsters have a lot of talent, which youngsters can move on to the next level. Whereas these older players in the women's league, now we've seen them for years now. You've seen most of them play already, so you know what they are capable of.
So you're saying the attraction from the infants, from 7 years up, between 7 and to 10 up, it bring a bigger interest from the parents. It's like is the first maybe sport they are taking on, and they want to see their kids and be there to show them, so the support come in large numbers. That's what you're saying.
Yes, definitely. It's very nice to see that the young children of Anguilla are getting support from their loved ones, from their families, to see what they can do. As looks like the ball's going to be put back in place soon. You see the players out on the field.
So the water break is over.
Looks like the water break is over. Might be waiting on the ambulance. Well, it's not going to see the linesman looking up at the ambulance.
Maybe.
It might be the ambulance. But initially, the injury did not look that severe to me, but...
Well, it looked like maybe a foot injury. It could be a foot injury. It could be a sprained ankle, or maybe they don't want to. They want to be more hands-on, and they want more professional medics to take care of that, because there are certain injuries you cannot really get involved too deep. So that was good. The hospital is next door, so I'm sure it was the right thing to do. But she's moving ahead and everything. So I believe it's more of a foot injury.
It does. But you never like to see players going down with injuries. You don't like to see it, because it's never a good thing. It's never a good thing to see a player with so much potential going down with an injury, this all into a game, this all into a season. It's never a good thing to see.
But with this game, it's such a contact game. Those things will happen, eh? Because I'll tell you, I've played football. I've been lucky to haven't have any serious injuries, but I have seen friends of mine that get broken feet, and it's not easy. But they love the game so much. I'll tell you, once it is scared, they're back again.
That is true. Players are anxious to get back out on the field, anxious to play the game they love.
That's right. So let me just want to big up our sponsors, the Sunset Homes. They are the proud sponsors of the Anguilla National Women's League competition. As you know, the Sunset Homes, they would have opened a very beautiful property on the Mains Bay, Tranquility Beach Resort. So, yes, indeed, the Sunset Homes, they are the proud sponsors of the Women's National League competition in Anguilla. So I'm here with the man Kaiden, and we are just keeping you entertained. For now, the game is on a little halt. We're just waiting maybe for their colleague that was injured to move on to some form of medical care, and then the game will continue. But tonight is a doubleheader. We have another game after this one. It's all in the path of the Women's League competition as action continue at the Raymond Igishat Stadium in the Valley.
Yes. It's well.
You want to predict the game? No, don't predict the game.
I will not predict the game because as there's something known as commentators' curse, and the ball never lies. And if the little soldiers decide that they want to go out there and press the issue and score a nice counter-attacking goal and defend for the rest of the game, then you cannot say they have not deserved the win.
That's true.
But right now, it looks like the youngsters are going to score first. It really looks that way. They are.
They get more opportunities.
They are penetrating that defense. But it looks, from what I'm seeing right now, it's a back six.
Yeah.
It's a back six playing for the. My word.
Yes.
Are they playing with 10 men? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
See the attack for the youngsters. They got 4 attacking forwards. See that? Yeah?
They are playing with.
And if they join with the midfield and let's say 2 of the midfield join them, you got 6, and that's the problem right there.
Exactly. But from what I'm counting on the field, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think I'm only seeing 9 outfield players for the. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
No, they do have a full team, so I don't know why they're playing with a back 6. It's inexplicable to me.
Just to be extra cautious, because they don't want to give up no goal. At the same time, they want to win. So I believe that's the tactic they're using in the first half of the game.
But playing with that player behind the back 5, it allows for the width of the youngsters, because they're not going to be offside. They make the run behind the fullbacks, so it allows them. That was the reason why the number 2 was able to put in such a good cross. She had no pressure on her, and she would have not been offside because the last back is so far behind the rest of the back 5. So she was able to put in a dangerous ball into the box that nearly caused the goal. So I don't really think that is their best option, but.
You know, it's kind of strange when number 2 passed that ball. It was only one person up there waiting on the other side, and she missed it. I thought the youngsters would have more people in the box waiting for that cross ball, but it was only one attacking forwards there, and she missed it too easily.
Well, from what I remember, I think that the main striker had moved back to play the ball into the number 2. Okay. So when the left winger came across, I think the striker was at the front post. The ball went over towards the back post, and that's why the left wingers were there to get that shot there. The midfield looks to be playing a bit deeper as well for the youngsters. The number 11 and looks like the number 5, I think that is. They're playing a bit deeper to provide, I guess, more of a creative role from deep instead of more penetrative from in front, because what I saw earlier was that once the ball reached into a certain area, it looked like the little soldiers were pressing very hard, trying not to allow anything to get in towards the keeper. So I think in-game adjustment was made to allow the midfielders to play deeper, to play the ball over the top towards the wingers to allow cross they enter the box. Don't know if you saw that there as well.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, that's a great point you made. And they're just waiting on the ambulance to clear the area. I would want to believe that they are making sure that before they leave, everything is in place and taking good care of the young lady that was injured, and then the game will resume. So we are here at the Raymond Igishat Stadium in the Valley, and we are witnessing a doubleheader tonight. The first game, the youngsters versus the Little Soldiers, and the score is 0-0. And I get the feeling with all the chances that the youngsters have, something might happen sooner or later. I have my colleague here with me, Kedun, and he himself feel the same way, that the youngsters look like they want to put something in the net very early. But don't trust the little soldiers. They can just do the same.
Yes, from what I saw from Little Soldiers last week, they can be a team that will surprise you. Like I think it was their second goal that they scored. It wasn't a regular attacking opportunity, but they. Yes, I think it was so. Yes, it wasn't a real attacking opportunity, but she got her chance and she buried it. As the game is restarted here by the Little Soldiers, putting it to the defense of the youngsters. She plays a very good ball out, but that's the same ball I was talking about there. But the number 22 again is over to cover. That's the ball I was talking about through the defense, and the number two will not be offside because the last back is playing so deep. As we see, the throw-in is last touch looks by the Little Soldiers. It's going to be a throw-in to the number 6. Plays a good ball to the 11, but tackled, and the Little Soldiers can break here. That's a great tackle in midfield there by number 11. It's out for a throw-in for the Little Soldiers.
Good.
So the throw-in taken quickly, but again well defended there by the Little Soldiers. Look at the break has reinvigorated them to cut out most of the attacking threats of the youngsters. As we see the ball up with the striker for Little Soldiers now. She has a pass on, plays it wide. They got into each other's way, and that's a pass just wasn't on.
I admit now that I think the Little Soldiers played on Sunday, so they would have some injuries maybe in their camp, because the team that's playing now, the attacking forwards, you can see, I believe, 1 or 2 members are changed, because they are not as strong as the last time they played, the attacking forwards.
As we see the ball moves in towards the striker for the youngsters. That's a great tackle there by the defender for the Little Soldiers. She put her body on the line there. As we see the ball, that's a great ball. Ooh, that's very well anticipated there by the number 3. A good defensive interception there, because that ball was on its way to being a very good through ball. As we see the defender coming across the cutout, that ball over the top. She gives it away, and it's going to be out for a youngster's throw-in. Well, the Little Soldiers they're looking like they're stepping out a bit more. They are
Waking up now?
they are waking up now, yes. They are creating a bit more chances. As we see the ball in midfield with number 5. Now she goes out to the left-hand side. Now haven't seen much on the left-hand side. Now she's over there now. She plays it inwards, looking for, I think that's number 11. That's a very good ball towards the back post. Good job by the keeper coming out. Over the net. Oh my word! Can you believe it? The goalkeeper had it in her hands and gave it up. The strikers put very good pressure, and looks at the number 2 there, who anticipated well, put it in the back of the net, and that's 1-0 for the youngsters. It was a very good ball towards the back post. Keeper looked like she had it, but she didn't. A very good goal. And again, that goal was created by that the amount of width that's available for the youngsters to penetrate through. As the ball was out on this left-hand side, she played a good ball inside. Ball went over the top, and
great pressure, eh?
It was great pressure by both the striker and the number 2 there for the youngsters. They both put very good pressure on her and forced a mistake from the keeper, and it's 1-0 to the youngsters.
Great point, man. I tell you, it was a brilliant goal. Pressure on the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper hold on to that ball, but couldn't hold on too much. It bounced out of her hand, and I think number 2 was right there to put it in and finish off. What a brilliant goal. As we mentioned before, the youngsters would have scored first, and that's just what they did.
But it looks like the Little Soldiers have to come out now. It looks like they've transitioned into a more of a back 4, or a back 3 with 1 behind. More of a unconventional shape. As they have to come out now to try and equalize this game, because their original scheme has not worked. They have gone behind to a very good ball towards the back post, as the ball is given away on this right-hand side now. The cuts inside, that's good defense, and cleared. and it's in the midfield now with the number 11. The game has opened up a bit more now. We see the soldiers have pushed forward as we know that they are able to do. I don't know what, and that's good pressure applied there, and the soldiers have it in a very advanced position. That's good defending there by the youngsters defender. A very good one. Two heads again, lots of width available for number 2. She's looking for a ball. Plays a very good ball inside. That's a great ball. The number 6. That has to be a handball. That has to be a handball. She had no other option. Had that ball gone through, that was 2-0.
I tell you, man, what a great build-up from the midfield for the youngsters as she passed it to her wing, and her wing passed it back to and then the fall came on the 18-yard box here, which is a good chance for the youngster to score another goal if she on target.
Number 2 has looked brilliant thus far for the youngsters. As we see a free kick opportunity, I know she is very good at free kicks. So can she bury this one? I have seen her score a couple.
You have to kick it away from the keeper.
I have seen her score a couple. Let's see what she does. She runs up into the wall, and it's going to be clear. She didn't get the elevation that she needed. It was good technique, but just didn't get the height behind it. And it's all on this right-hand side now. And it's going to be cleared up field. Number 4 for the youngsters. Sends it back with the little soldiers now. And that's a ball over the top. Looking for the runner on the left-hand side, but cut out. And it's going to be a throw-in to the little soldiers.
Good football so far. And in spite of the one goal that the youngsters have scored, the game has become more competitive now because the little soldiers are pushing up and they are playing more high into the game to apply some pressure on the youngsters. So I guess they are saying, you score on us, we have to score on you too.
That is what it looks like thus far. The little soldiers are applying more pressure as the pressure gets there. That's a good ball in the box, but nobody's making the run. Again, is that they've come up with such a defensive mentality that nobody was making the run in the box. As we see the linesman signaling for something.
I'm not sure if it's
might be, I don't know. I don't know. They just had the water breaks. I don't know what the linesman could be signaling. Maybe the lights.
Okay, the lights.
Might be the lights, I think.
Yeah, that would be maybe trying to get the generator on. Let's see that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the light haven't come back on.
I am surprised that, yes, but it's been a very good start here for the youngsters, and they finally, after the water break, come out, and all the pressure has finally counted for a very good goal there by the number 2 for the youngsters. She put good pressure on the keeper, and it's 1-0. Should be a lot more, but at least they've gotten the breakthrough.
You know, number 2. She in this game now she's playing even better than most of the other games. Somehow she's done her homework. She's making some real nice crosses now, and she's creating a lot of opportunities for her team to score goals. So that's very good. I would have seen her play matches before, and she struggled a little bit. But today it looked like to me she come all out and playing the perfect game.
I have seen her with the ladies underage football teams, national teams, and she hasn't played on the wings. Hasn't been her best performances thus far. But today she has been undoubtedly the best player on the field thus far. She has been brilliant.
So what we will do, we'll take a short break and come right back. We are waiting the lights to come on. It's the youngsters against the little soldiers, and the score is 1 goal to the youngsters and 0 to the little soldiers. So we'll be right back when we get the lights and the play resume. Thank you. So welcome back to the Raymond Egishat Stadium in the Valley. We're back. Don't forget it's a doubleheader. The next game will be between the Shining Stars and the Superstars. So the Shining Stars and the Superstars will be playing next. So that too should be a great game. So you take it away, Kaiden, and let's see who's going to win that first half.
Alright, so there should be a lot of extra time though. Should be a lot of extra time going on. Because there's been 2 long interruptions as we see the ball over on this right hand side for the Little Soldiers. It's a good kick, but there's nobody making the run again, and it's going to be collected well there by the youngsters looking to move forward. So ball over on the left hand side, but it's going to be a poor pass, and there's space to run into if she wants to. She's going to look for a pass, holds off the defender well, good ball inside. There's an opportunity here if she wants to take it. It's a good shot towards the goalkeeper. Good hands behind it. Good hands this time behind it, and it's going to be well played down the left hand side now for the Little Soldiers. As we see a ball that's over on the number 2. Probably the first pass she's misplaced all game.
Yeah.
She's been
Pretty good player.
She's been very good. How much extra time is it? 10 minutes.
Wow, yeah, because you had
the water break and As we see, throw in here for the number 11 for the youngsters. That's a good turn. Back with the number 2. She has a pass outward if she wants to take it. No, she's gonna go back down to her natural right hand side. Eventually back with the defender. Oh, she wasn't ready for the pass there, and it's going to be a throw into the Little Soldiers. One thing I've noticed is that these referees are not really calling the foul throws, because that's a third I've seen for the game, really. But if you're not going to call it, don't call it for any at all then. As we see number 11, that's a good ball. And the number 22 can't really get under control. As number 6 is, that's very good strength by the defender. That's brilliant strength. She's been so good thus far. They haven't, anything that's gone towards her, she's dealt with thus far very well. As you see the ball on the left hand side now with the striker, she's trying to make a run, but she's being swarmed and forced to go back towards the Little Soldiers. It's a good run on the right hand side, but the pass just wasn't there. It's a bad pass. Number 2 with a very good back. She's looking for the 1-2. She's looking for the 1-2. She won't get it. It's a number 11 now. That's a good turn. And again the number 22. And she's going to put the ball on the left hand side. Number 4 sticks her foot in, but it's not good enough. And good defending there by the number 14. The strikers are just not living up to what they've done previously. They're not doing what they've been doing all the time. It's going to be a throw into the youngsters. And if the youngsters win this game, they thoroughly deserve, because they've been much the better team thus far. It's a throw-in taken towards the ball, moves towards the middle now. And that's a good back there, one by number 11. Oh shit, that's a very good move. It's a good ball as well. It's a great ball with number 2. She's not going to be offside if she can get there. Yes, she does get there. Stops it, puts it, cuts it back. The ball did go. That is going to be a goal kick to the Little Soldiers.
Good football so far. Just that I believe the youngsters will be satisfied with their 1 goal in the first half. But I believe the second half is going to be something else with the Little Soldiers, because they look like they're getting back their rhythm. So we'll see what happens there. But number 2 has been playing well for the youngsters for sure.
She's looking for another ball into the box, looking for the runner, but it was well cut out there. But it's a good pass on number 11. And then number 6 is going to send out to the dangerous number 2. She puts a very good ball in the box again. Ooh, the keeper does not hold on to it, but she eventually falls on it. This number 2 has been brilliant thus far. She has been Kevin De Bruyne. It's been brilliant thus far. She's been putting gems into the box. And again, she's going to get on the ball here. She does well, get a ball in front. Again, putting the ball over. The number 22 clears. It's back with the number 2 again. She's looks for a pass, finds the number 11. Number 11 cannot get through. Good pressure there by Little Soldiers. The Soldiers are looking to get forward. That's a good pass. It's a very good pass, and the defense holds strong for the youngsters. The ball gets through to number 2 again. What can she create this time? What will LeBron create? She cuts back. Good ball to number 11. Number 11 sends it into the box. And it's a very good ball. It drops, and the keeper gets there just. She just gets it. Number 2 puts it back into the mixer. Keeper punches, but she does again. Oh my! Is it coming? It eventually floats its way in. My goodness, that ball hit everything. My word, what a goal! It's been absolutely brilliant by the youngsters thus far. They have just put these brilliant balls into the box in number 2 and in number 11. They both put them very good balls into the box. And eventually, after a big scramble in the box, it finally went to the back of the net. I think it was the left winger for them who put it in. Can't really tell who it was. There was a lot of bodies around. But it's now 2-0 before halftime.
Great display of football here, man. Great play by the youngsters. Number 2 would have created that opportunity for that second goal. She did it, and she did it in style where the keeper had 2 chances to stop the ball but couldn't hold on. And I tell you, the youngsters launched an attack, and in the end, they result in their second goal. What a display of fun and action here at the Raymond Igisha Stadium in the women's competition, man. What a goal.
Man, the youngsters are looking very good thus far. As a ball over the top, and it's out to the number 2 again. What she do? That's good pressure they put on by the little soldiers, and it's very good pressure, and it's gonna be a good ball. What can she do with it? It's a 3-on-2 break. She does well to get past 1. Does very well to get past 2. She has a ball, and it's a very good ball into the box. Oh my goodness, she just wasn't quick enough to get there. It was a very good job there done by the little soldiers player. She beat 2 players, put a very good ball into the box, just didn't come off for them. It's going to be a throw into the little soldiers. And they do call a foul through this time. Guess the foot was over the line, I guess.
Man, what good football.
That was very good by the little soldiers. The first real bit of penetrative play I've seen thus far from the little soldiers today. I see the ball over on the left-hand side here for the youngsters. Control. Again, looking for this number 2. And she plays it to number 11. The 2 most dangerous players on the field thus far for the youngsters. Very good 1-2 play between them. They've been so good today. It's a very good ball down the line. My God, this is very good football. What's she gonna do with it? 6 puts it into the box, and the keeper just collects it. This is a very good football. This is very good use of the width, very good use of pace, very good passing. This is brilliant by the youngsters thus far.
Yes, man, end-to-end action, but the youngsters, they are the team of the moment, man. We're into the dying moments of the first half, and the youngsters have already put in 2 goals to create some form of base to continue when they come back for second half. But for now, the little soldiers are doing the best they can to hold on until halftime to maybe go back to the drawing board and come back with a better plan for the second half.
But again, I don't know why they've gone so defensive thus far. And again, there's so much space on this width, and there's a ball if she wants it. Oh, that was not the right ball to play. But it's on the byline now for the youngsters. What's she gonna do with it? Sends it back to the winger. She is going to look to move centrally. Eventually gets the ball to the number 5. She takes a shot at goal. Keeper should have no problems with it, and the attack has been stopped for now, but this is constant pressure here being put on by the youngsters. They're always banging on the door, looking for this third, looking to put the game away for good. And again, the ball's forward with the youngsters, with one of their strikers. Can't see the number properly. That's a ball through, too much pace on it, and the keeper has it again.
The keeper having a lot of trouble, man. She pressured.
I believe she's probably had the most touches for the youngsters thus far. As a good kick, but there's nobody really putting pressure on the defense. Oh, but that's a poor header. Oh, that's not the right ball. That was not the right ball to play. She could have waited on it and then played a proper pass. And then number 11 again. Very good pass on number 6. There's space out there. Cleared by the number 22 for the youngsters. For the little soldiers. It's a pass out wide looking for the number 2. She can't control it, and it's out for a throw for the little soldiers.
Good football so far. In spite of the 2 goals that the youngsters have, the little soldiers still holding on strong. They still feel that they can bounce back. But I tell you, their goalkeeper, the goalkeeper for the little soldiers, she would have been saying, "Man, when they going to stop attacking me?"
She must be wondering when she's gonna get a break. She hasn't gotten a break all game. She's probably doing the most work as it's into the number 11 now. It's a good ball into the box. It's a shot and well blocked there. Keeper again was worried. It's a ball into the box again and the header's just not there. Again, it's so much pressure being put on by the youngsters. Opportunity for a shot. It's a good shot over the bar. Wow, that was a very good shot by number 11. And again, the pressure being put on by the youngsters. They are really trying to get this third goal and maybe a fourth before halftime. As we see about
The longest 10 minutes
it has been a very long 10 minutes. And it's probably felt way longer for the little soldiers because they have been put to the sword thus far. We have, as you see the ball in the midfield now with the youngsters. This is number 11. Looks for, I think it's number 5. And it's a break for the little soldiers now. They have a chance. It's a ball towards the center, cut up by the defense. And it's a great ball over the top. Catch it. Oh, that's very good defending there by the 22. Very good defending. And there's nobody making it run to the ball. The ball is just a clearance upfield. Just a chance to get a breather.
The referee just noticed the time.
I think the referee is watching his watch.
Yeah, but that's the longest 10 minutes I ever seen.
This has been a very long 10 minutes. The ball is in the midfield and the referee calls for halftime. A very good half. A very long half, but a very good half for the youngsters. They've been absolutely dominant thus far. They've put 2 goals past the little soldiers' defense. It's been clinical. It's been absolutely superb thus far. You see, the number 2 has been very good. She's been putting some gems into the box. Number 11 has put. She's been the anchor to this. Everything has run through the number 11 for the youngsters. As for the soldiers, number 22 at the back, that she's looked good when she's had anything to deal with. Keeper was good until she gave away those 2 goals that were avoidable. But she's probably had the most touches for the little soldiers. It's been an overall very good half of football, very attacking, very competitive, and we go to the break. The youngsters 2, the little soldiers 0.
Great curtain, man. Great stuff here. So, it's halftime here at the Raymond Ikisha Stadium in the Valley as we take a short break and we'll be back with you with the second half, the youngsters versus the little soldiers. Thank you and see you soon. Welcome back to the Raymond Gichat Stadium in the Valley. We are here in the second half of the first game. As you know, we have a doubleheader tonight. But this first game, we've seen in the first half, the youngsters dominated the entire first half with 2 goals as a result of that. And the little soldiers will have to fight back in the second half to see if they can redeem themselves to maybe get 1 or 2 or maybe win the match tonight. So, Kaden, I don't know what is your thoughts on that, but it's going to be quite an interesting second half.
It is going to be very tough for the little soldiers to climb back into this game. But from experience, from playing on this service before, it seems like attacking towards the southern side is always the better side to attack towards. As I guess with the slope of the pitch, it's always better to attack towards that goal. So we'll see if the little soldiers can create a bit more. As we see the ball over on this right-hand side, where from the first couple seconds, the little soldiers have been more dominant thus far. They've come out probably the farthest I've seen them, probably the most attacking I've seen them thus far.
They realize they're losing.
they have come out a lot more aggressive, but it's a good ball out wide. She is going to catch it, and she has space to run into. That's the number 22. She's looking to put a ball into the box. She cuts it back, and it's well cleared there by the defender there for the little soldiers. And that ball is going to eventually run for a throw-in to the youngsters. It's been a lot more attacking thus far from the little soldiers. They come out looking to tie up this game, as they call this foul throw as well. It's going to be a throw-in for the little soldiers in a very attacking position thus far.
Yes, the little soldiers, I would want to believe that their coach will take them back to the drawing board and they will come up with a different plan now. Yes, they wouldn't want to conceive any more goals, but at the same time they are too down, so they have to attack. What do you have to lose? You have to attack. You can't just sit there and allow the other team to keep scoring on you. At the end of the day, you are not playing where you have to go. It's not going to be a draw. Somebody's going to win because they have two goals ahead of you already. So you have to attack and create some kind of way to score. So that's what I think that the little soldiers would have discussed in the locker room with their coach.
Yes, because whether you lose 2-0 or you lose 5-0, you're still not getting another 3 points. You're still not going to get anything from the loss or from the win. So it's better to attack and go out fighting than to sit back and go out in a 2-0 victory. We didn't a 2-0 loss. He didn't even try to attack. So it's been a lot better from the little soldiers thus far. Look at this settling back into that defensive shape. That back 5 looks like now, because they sent one. They have sent one player out into the midfield. As the ball's with the little soldiers, but it's well cut up with the number 12. And it's back with the soldiers. That's a good ball over the top. And for the second time today, the goalkeeper for the youngsters is going to collect.
In the entire game.
Second time for the entire game. And the ball is bouncing in the midfield. The youngsters are going to take it down, send it out wide to number 22. As you can see, the number 2's out there, acres of space. But if they can get the ball out there, she has the entire length of the field to run. And she has been the best player for the youngsters thus far. As the number 6, it looks like that's a very poor pass. You cannot pass across a goal like that. That is not what you want to do in this type of situation. You don't want to give the little soldiers an easy chance. And there's the ball I was talking about. And there's the space I was talking about. That's a good ball in the box. She has a chance to take the shot. She sends it out wide to number 22. Who takes the shot? And it's a weak effort. It was on target, but didn't have the power behind it. And it's a good save there by the keeper for the little soldiers.
That was a good opportunity there for the youngsters to register their 3rd goal. But for some reason, the attacking forward didn't capitalize on that opportunity.
And again, it all came from the number 2 over on that right hand. So she has been the best player by far in this game today. It's like every opportunity that the youngsters are getting is coming from her side, as it's over towards the right hand side. Those number 11. That's a very good ball into the box. She has options. She plays it. Oh, pass just had too much on it and puts it out for a corner. When in doubt, you put it out, right?
Yes. Well, they say when you're under pressure as a defender, you got to kick the ball outside. So it will be a corner kick for the youngsters. But again, the ball is playing half field. The youngsters are pretty much dominant in this game. They're taking full control of this game. And I don't know, it will have to be something special from the little soldiers to see them scoring tonight, because the ball is being played on one half of the field. It only play on their half.
Well, as you know, football is a funny game, and 2 goals can come from nowhere as the ball comes into the box and it goes behind for a goal kick to the little soldiers. It's been a very good game for the youngsters thus far. They've been pushing their. That's a poor goal kick, but number 22 cannot get the ball under control. She's putting good pressure on the right back for the little soldiers. And again, the ball across the back is not what you want to do. And it's eventually going to be cleared. You don't want to play a ball back across your own goal. It's number 12 that she doesn't get under control, but number 14 does well to sweep up. It's over to number 2. That's a very good ball. Very good ball there. And it's outward with number 22 now. She has a chance. Oh, the young striker is down for the youngsters. She is in a lot of pain. She's feeling the effects of that collision there.
Oh, she bounced with someone? I didn't see that. She would have collided with someone, huh?
They both went for the ball. They both hit at the same time.
Okay, but she's on her feet now.
She's feeling that.
So that's a good sign. So yeah, Karin, I have to tell you that the youngsters, they are pretty much well shaped in terms of coming out there today, and it looked like they come out to do exactly what they were told to do. And
That's a very good chance.
oh, there's a chance here. Oh, there's a chance. Might be a goal. It's a goal.
Did she put it into her own net? I think the defender put it into her own net.
Yeah, she couldn't do nothing about it.
I think she was trying to clear it, couldn't get her foot around the ball, and ended up putting it into her own net.
So you see what pressure does?
That is what pressure does. You put pressure on the keeper, and all 3 goals for the youngsters, they have come from pressure on the keeper. It's 3-0 to the youngsters here, with barely 4 minutes played in the second half. They have come out assertive. They come out looking to score that 3rd goal, and they've got it by doing what they've done well thus far, and that's put pressure on the goalkeeper.
I told you, man. I told you that the youngsters didn't come out to play tonight. They come out to score goal and win this game comfortable, man. So far, 3 goals to their name. And the little soldiers, they are creating. They are bringing the ball up to the defense line of the soldiers, but they have no attacking forwards to finish off. So I can't see them scoring in that way. They have to come with something extra special.
Exactly. If the little soldiers were to score, it would have to be from set pieces. It would have to be from a corner. And that's a good ball over the top. Can the 22 deal with it? She is going to boot it very long, and it's going to be out for a throw for the youngsters. That defender for the soldiers, she has been very good thus far.
But again, she's good, but it's only she really. The other members will have to assist her. Oh, what a good savior! they will have to assist her. But for her, she do a great job. But when the youngsters attacking, they attack by 4s and 5s. So she alone can't hold them. So she need a lot of help at the back.
She does need help. I think that's why they had moved to that back 6, but it wasn't helping them out because they were still leaving space on the flanks. As you see the little soldiers here now looking to chip away at this 3-goal advantage that the youngsters have, as the ball is going to be back with the little soldiers out for a. Actually, no. There was a lot of spin and it's saved. It's number 5 here. She plays it inside, looking for the number 6, and it's good defending there. And the little soldiers can break. And it's a good ball. Again, it's out on this right-hand side. The defender is going to deal with it. And here come the youngsters. It's in number 22. Looking for a pass. Again, it eventually falls with the number 6. Tries the back heel, doesn't work. And it's out wide here with the little soldiers. And here's the little soldiers moving forward now. It's a good ball. She has they are not moving towards this ball fast enough. They are not getting to the ball. The,
The attacking force is weak.
the pressure on the defense has not been good enough because the youngsters' defense has not been tested because there's been no pressure on them. They are not pressing. They've just been sitting back and waiting for something to happen instead of trying to go out and create something. As you see this, the Lizards are again trying, but they're not breaking that last line of defense. As given away, the number 22 has space to run into. She's faster than the defender. She is faster. She's going to get past. The defender does well to cover. She beats her again. And good coverage. They're swept up and out for a throw in to the youngsters.
Yeah, Kaden, you made a great point there. The little soldiers, they are building up the play, but when they reach up to the, let's say, to the attacking area of the youngsters, there's no help at all. So they lose the ball because the defense line is very strong for the youngsters.
Number 11 here has it. Goes for a good shot. It's a great shot. That is brilliant. My goodness, what a goal that was by the number 11. That was absolutely spectacular. She was waiting for that shot all day. She finally got it to break for her, and she buried it into the back of the net. 4-0 here for the youngsters, and that was an absolutely spectacular shot there by the youngster there. That she leaned back. She took her time. Got it out of her feet and just placed it over the keeper, and it's 4-0 here.
The keeper had no chance. The keeper had no chance. If she tried, she had some hands on it, but couldn't even stop it. What a brilliant goal, as you said, from pretty much just 10 yards out of the 18-yard box. I would say some 15 yards away from the box, she kicked that ball. That was a hard shot at goal. So I'll tell you, from the start of play, we've seen the youngsters pretty much dominating the game. They're pretty much dominating.
Good ball over the top. There's another chance. Make it 5-0. Is it going to be 5?
Outside. Whistle blow.
It's a foul. Foul offside.
The keeper is down.
Keeper, oh my word. The best player for the youngsters thus far is down. She got into a collision there with the striker, and she is feeling it. She has gotten no break for the entire game. She must be tired.
I think now I don't know. She's done well in spite of the goals that scores on her. She still do well in just being there.
Yeah.
Holding on to the ball.
She has done well what she's had to do. It's just that there's so much pressure being put on her. Her defense is not helping out at all. So since there's so much pressure being put on her, she has made a couple of mistakes. But other than that, she's been very good.
As I tell you, Kaden, man, the youngsters, they come out to put pressure. They come out with a game plan, and they make no mistake about it. They're sticking to it. Right now, the little soldiers, I would like to see them scoring a goal, but I don't know if they can get out of that pressure they're in there now. 4 goals down. I can't see them bouncing back. As you know, one would say the ball is wrong, but it's kind of tough.
I don't think the Lizards can find a way back. They have not shown me anything thus far this game that is going to show me that they can create something. They've had no creative input whatsoever. Their midfield has one person in it. There's one player in the midfield. Everybody else is playing defense. They've shown me nothing thus far. As we see the ball here, it's given away again to the youngsters. It's a good ball over the top. Can the defender deal with it? Not particularly. And here's a number 22 for the youngsters. And it's going to be good defense and eventually out for a throw in to the youngsters. It is going to be a sub for the little soldiers. It's going to be the number 6 on for the number 17, an attacking sub here, looking to try and create something off the bench, some sort of impetus, something to get them going to try at least save some face in this game. It's probably done and dusted now at 4-0, and youngsters I don't think the youngsters are done yet. I think they have a couple more goals in them. As you see,
That's good news for the little soldiers.
You see the number 22 here. It's a good ball, and again that defender, she whatever she's had to do, whatever she could do, she has done today. She has been very excellent thus far.
Yes, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the Raymond Gishat Stadium. It's a doubleheader here tonight. It's all girls football action here at the Raymond Gishat Stadium in the Valley, and the little soldiers, they are getting a whipping from the the youngsters, and I'm telling you, man, I don't know how they're going to sleep tonight, but if they can redeem themselves to score at least one or two to end the game in a 4-2 or 4-3, that would be good for them. But it's been a lot of pressure on them, and the youngsters, they come out to beat them real bad. And so far, that's exactly what they are doing, man.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for the Little Soldiers. This is not the team I watched last week. They are
Defense maybe, but not the top.
they have lost that attacking threat that they had thus far. The number 12, she's looked a bit shaky thus far, but using her body well, and out for a throw for the Little Soldiers.
Number 12 has to do well.
She has done she's done well what she's had to deal with, but attacking wise she's looked a bit. She's doing her job defensively, using her body well. Attacking wise, her passes have not been right where they need to be. But that's the least of the youngsters' concerns right now, as they're looking to put this game out of reach. As we see, nobody,
No helping.
There's no help for her at all. She's up there by herself. As you see, a good ball out wide, and it's out for a throw-in, I believe, or an yeah. The flag is just up, but not for anything in particular.
Whistle blow, white blow for?
I don't know.
But so far the game in the second half, we've seen is one goal we saw or two goals? One? So we see two goals in the second half already. Imagine that, eh? The game is not over, far from over. We're into the 60th minute or so, and I can't believe that two goals has already scored so quickly. So the Little Soldiers will have to, I don't know, what else can they do to come back in this game?
I don't know if they have something on the bench that can help them. I don't know what the Little Soldiers can do, because this has not been their best showing at all by any stretch of the imagination. As we see the ball over to number 12 for the youngster. She's used her body very well defensively, and it's a good pass to the number 11. That's a great ball. That's brilliant. She has been controlling midfield today for the youngsters. Number 22. That's great skill to get inside. That's going to be a bit of a whiff clearance, but does the job. And that's a throw in to the youngsters. It's been very good. It's a very good performance with number 11 thus far in the midfield. She has bossed the game from the midfield. Just sitting there and just spraying passes left, right, center. She's been very good thus far. It's going to be another throw here for the youngsters. Throw to be taken over on their left hand side, on their side. And the ball is back with the number 11. She plays a good ball to number 5. She eventually gets past one, looking out wide for number 2. She's been quiet since the beginning of the second half. A lot of attacks have gone down this left hand side more than her right hand side.
I believe she enjoys playing.
She does enjoy playing on that further side, on their side. As we see her over on her right hand side now, trying to get past the defender. Plays a good ball inside. Taken towards the goal. That's a good ball. It's a very good ball. Keeper claims. Keeper does well to claim. The keeper has played well. It's just the pressure has been too much for her. Probably the most work she's ever done football-wise in her life. It's been hard. As we see, the defender makes a meal of it. Can they punish them? The ball's out wide here. And that's good. Again, it's only one person trying to do something here for the Little Soldiers. Over on this left, it's a foul throw, and it's going to be in for the youngsters.
Yes, Gavin, man, good stuff, man. I love it, man. You're right on target with everything, brother. That's fantastic. And I have to say, man, I mean, in spite of the youngsters beating onto the Little Soldiers, we're still giving the Little Soldiers some form of comfort to see what they can at least achieve before the game is over. So the ball is in the midfield now. The Little Soldiers have it. Big kick downhill. Here's a chance here for the Little Soldiers. Will she shoot at the goal? Here's a chance! And what a save! Rebound! Goal! Soldiers had, and they just couldn't bear it. They couldn't make a meal out of it. But the keeper for the youngsters, she did brilliant in making what a great save. But the rebound and the finisher from the Little Soldiers just couldn't contest to be on target to score that goal, their first goal in this game. They will be so happy for that.
This was by far their best opportunity. They had such a chance for a consolation goal, but they just couldn't make the most of it. That was a brilliant save there by the keeper. That was absolutely spectacular. She hasn't had much to do today, but when she's been called upon for the first time, she has done very well. Here's number 2 now. And she is dispossessed. That's a good battle they won, but it's the youngsters in the midfield. It's a shot taken at the goalkeeper. Again, she catches it, and the attack is stalled for the moment. I can't believe that the Little Soldiers did not score that. That was probably the best chance of the game, because it was a wide open goal. But again, here she goes on this right hand side. It's out for a Little Soldiers turn. She has been very good thus far. She has looked the best player for the youngsters attacking wise today. There's going to be a substitution here for the youngsters. It's going to be the number 19 in for the number 2. She has been the best player, bar number 11, for the youngsters thus far. It was a very good performance by the number 2. An assist, a goal. It's been very good thus far for the number 2.
Oui.
As we see the Little Soldiers here trying to get something done. The number 12, she's used her body very well thus far, but the pass was too hard. Number 3 could not control, but she does well. And here's the number 12 now, looking to clear. Does well, finds the number 5. Send up to the number 6. She can't get there, and it's back with the Little Soldiers in their defense. The pass is a nothing ball. It's going to be one here by the youngsters, and again very good defense there by the Little Soldiers. It's a ball over the top here, and that's a foul. That is definitely a foul.
Yes, pushing.
She climbed over her back, and that has to be a free kick here for the youngsters.
She didn't want to lose the ball, so she had to give that technical foul and to at least ease the pressure. Because I tell you, the Little Soldiers, they are defending, but the youngsters are putting a lot of pressure on them.
Yes, definitely. As we see the free kick comes over the top. That's a very good ball. Can the keeper hold on? Yes, the keeper does well. Again, that's number 11. I think it was another great ball into the box. She has been the best player thus far for the youngsters. She has taken over the second half and dominated. As we see, a very good chance here for the Little Soldiers. Can they make the most of it? She has good strength there, and she goes backwards to the wide player now. A great ball in the center. That's very good defending. That is very good defending there by the youngsters. And that's offside, and it's going to be collected by the goalkeeper. The youngsters' defense has held up when it's needed to. When they've been called upon, which has not been much, they've done what they've needed to do. As you see the ball over on this right-hand side now, it's with the winger for the youngsters. Looks to go forward, cut out, and the Little Soldiers puts it out for a throw-in to the youngsters. But the Little Soldiers are they coming out to play a little bit more now.
Yes, indeed, but I tell you, the mountain might be too high for them to climb. But so far, they have shown some good entertainment. They had an opportunity there. If they had scored, that would be good. So it would be nice to see them score tonight and make them feel good about the game. But the youngsters are pretty much dominating, man.
As you see, number 22 here, that's a poor final ball. It's back with number 12. That's a nothing pass, but it finds its way over with the Little Soldiers in their midfield. A good battle in the midfield. There's going to be won by the Little Soldiers, and there's nobody making the run, and it's out wide here with the number 22 again. She is in a lot more active this half. She's played very well as number 2. She has acres of space out wide. She has a chance. She slipped, and a chance goes big in there. Ball inside there, looking for the number 5. Can she have a shot? It's blocked, and it falls for the youngsters, and it's offside.
Luckily, luckily with us, goal number 5. But I tell you, the youngsters has played so well throughout the game. I just think that the little soldiers start the attack too late, and they would just run out of time to. But a goal or two would make them feel much good about the game.
Oh yes, a 4-2 score line would look a lot better than a 4-0 score line, that's for sure. As you see, it's going to be a free kick for the little soldiers. Can they create something from this? Can they at least go home with something to smile about, some positive to take out of this game?
The defense will have to come out.
Yeah, the defense has to move. They have switched to a more conventional back four, and it's a good ball over the top, and it's a poor header, and there's a chance for little soldiers. Can't you put a foot on it? Can't you do something with it? That's good swarming there by the youngsters, and they've put it out for a corner to the little soldiers.
Good chance again. They have a corner kick now, so that's a chance. They have 4 defense line there. You don't need that. You should send 2 down and keep 2 up.
It's only 1 striker. You don't need 4 players to defend 1 striker. They do have. I think that isn't. They are sending up 1 player. So they should send up 2, but they're sending up 1 to take the corner.
What are you defending?
There's 3 people to defend 1 player. I don't know why.
If 4 goes down, what are you defending?
Exactly. You're already behind by 4. It doesn't make sense to try and save face by defending, because 4-0 and 6-0 are not that much different. It doesn't help you that much in your goal difference. It's a good corner, but it's too much curl, and it's going to be a goal kick to the youngsters. Goal kick looks going to be taken long, as you see the centre back has gone back to take it. And again, you see there's no pressure. They are not pressing. It's easy for the youngsters to play out. And just giving away. She goes to a great ball. Finds the number 22, looks like. And the ball eventually breaks the little soldiers. What can she do with it? Plays a good ball towards the edge of the box. And that's a sky shot for the goalkeeper to deal with. And it's going to be a easy stop to the attack from the little soldiers. And she's sending her players now because she's going to boot it very loud. This is number 11 here. Again, very calm and composed on the ball. I wonder who she's been the best player thus far in the field. 11.
Yes.
As you see, again, she has a chance. That's a very good ball again. It's out wide, and eventually the flag goes up for offside. Okay, she's been composed, she's been calm, she's been clinical thus far for the youngsters.
Yeah, the youngsters again demonstrating how they have pretty much shaped the game into just how their coach would have advised them to do, and they have dominated so far into the game. They have 4 goals up, and the little soldiers, man, they will have to do some homework into the next game. But for now, they are getting a beating from the youngsters. But I'm sure they're trying to redeem themselves with a goal, at least 1 or 2.
I think the youngsters have taken their foot off the gas pedal a bit. They're not really pressing as much as they were. They're not pushing the issue as much. Little Trolls have come back into the game a little bit, but not that much, as we see acres of space on this wide left-hand side for number 22. That's good covering, and it's going to be out for a throw-in. But it seems like they're playing with no right back, because no 3 is a centre back. She was playing centre back all game. As we see the youngsters have an attack now. Getting number 3 does well to clear. And it's a turn that's cut up by the number.
A hand bomb on her face, I think.
That's going to be a foul against the little soldiers and a free kick for the youngsters. Yes, it did look like it was a bit of a hand.
All in all, it has been a great game so far. Just a little bit of water she'll throw on her face. But yes, indeed, we are here at the Raymond Negishat Stadium in the Valley. It's soccer, football at its very best. It's the Women's National League continue here and been sponsored by the Sunset Home. So far so good. The youngsters 4 goals, the Little Soldiers 0, and looking to score at least 1 or 2.
As you see the ball here on the edge of the box here, it's a bit of a scramble. It eventually breaks out wide here. It's going to be the Little Soldiers to get on it first. What does she do? She beats the player. She's looking to make a driving run down the right hand side. It's going to be a free kick here for the Little Soldiers. Again, what I'm noticing is like the Little Soldiers defense, when they move from that back 6 to their more conventional back 5/back 4, they're not really playing with a full back. It's like they're playing with 3 center backs and a player behind the center backs. So again, it's offering a lot of width, a lot of space out on the right hand sides, both the right and the left, for the youngsters to move into.
They have to capitalize on those opportunities, because if you have the space, you have to have the manpower, the women power in there to attack, and the Little Soldiers is not doing that.
That's a very good ball up on the right hand side. That's a great shot. That's good hands there by the keeper. That's a good save, a very good save by the keeper. She has her hands have been very good thus far. She's caught most of the shots that come at her, and what she's dropped has just come back to bite her. I see good pressure for the first time today by the Little Soldiers. Great pressure on the midfield, and it's over on this right hand side now. They have space, and that's ball's gonna run out, and it's gonna be a throw-in for the youngsters. Again, it's been a lackluster attacking performance here with the Little Soldiers. The chances that they've had have gone begging. It's been not their day today. Today's not been their day. As you can see that the youngsters have taken their foot off the gas pedal. They're not as penetrative as they have. But you cannot play that ball. You can't play the ball across your box, no matter the situation. No matter who you see there, you cannot play the ball across your box. And that's dangerous. As you see, here's the Little Soldiers attacking. Well, that's a poor control. She should have controlled it. Had she got her foot behind that ball, that she had a good chance to go towards the goal and score. As you see, again, Little Soldier, again, she doesn't control. she is probably tired. And it's number 5 here in the midfield for the youngsters. She's going to lay it off to number 12. 12 goes long over the top. Both players are offside. Both players were offside, and it's going to be a free kick here for the Little Soldiers.
Yeah, Kaiden, man, I tell you, I feel a little sorry for the Little Soldiers, but I've seen them play so well on Sunday, and their last game they played, and now they come into this game against a tough team, and it's not easy for them to even trigger a shot at the goal for the youngsters. The defense are so tight and so well put together that it's very difficult for the Little Soldiers to even go through and create an opportunity beside the 2 opportunities we've seen in the game they had and could not score.
Well, yes, as you see, it's going to be a throw-in here for the Little Soldiers over on this right-hand side. And if they have anybody in the squad that can, I would just put a long throw into the box to see what happens. Just try to create something, just something to at least give the fans something to go home happy about.
That's right.
As we see, the ball is cleared along, and it's back with the Soldiers. She puts a ball towards the box, cleared well, and it's back. It's with the striker here now. She has the space on the right hand side. The space on both flanks. Again, they're playing with a back 3. As we see, good skill over there. She's gonna beat 1. She's gonna beat 2 with pace. What she's gonna do is she puts a great ball into the box, and it's going to be. Oh my word! Is it 5? Is it 5? Offside! Can you believe it?
Luckily.
That should have been 5-0. Had she held her run for us a split second longer, it would have been 5-0.
They get away with this one. So the light flag went up, and it's an outside. But yeah, it was a great build-up, and the rebound, they buried that goal, but luckily the flag saved them, man. Here's the next chance for the Soldiers. Will she shoot from that distance? We'll have to wait and see. But I tell you, the Little Soldiers, man, they are defending, but they are pretty much would want a goal before the time is up tonight for sure.
Yes, it definitely will. As we see the ball over here on this right hand side, and it's a nothing ball. You don't play a ball into towards three centre backs, three good defenders for the little soldiers. I see the number 12 there putting in work, and that's not what you like to see. That's not what you want to see. But smashing into the face of the number 22, but it's the second time she's been hit from her face. First from her hand, this time from her ball.
She's a tough cookie.
She is carrying on very strongly. You see her header clear. It's back with the little soldiers. She's looking for a ball, cleared here by the youngsters. And she's over on this. That's great skill over on her left hand side. Now what can she do with it? Looking for the ball over the top, and again blocked by the youngsters. But she has no space now to play the ball in. It's a great ball, but nobody's making the run. And the keeper's going to pick it up, and it's going to be a easy clearance for the keeper. Looking for the number 22. But 22 does win the ball. She has space. Cuts inside, plays a good pass. Number 11 looking for the through ball. That's good speed there. Looks at number 3. And she's dribbling in her box, but looks like she might. No, she doesn't get away with it. Oh, that's good sweeping up there. Good sweeping up by the defender for the little soldiers. And again, there's space out on this right hand side. Space on the flanks in abundance for the youngsters. Good ball inside. She has a chance. That's great defense again there. I think that's number 22 again. She's been a presence all day for the little soldiers. And here they come now, trying to make a break down the middle now. Using her strength well does the little soldiers player. She's looking for a ball, has none, has no options on. Nobody's making a run. They were just standing around waiting on the ball to come to them. It's going to be a free kick against the little soldiers. The players are not fighting anymore. They showed a lot of fight in the first set. Even though they went down 2-0, they showed fight, they showed hunger. Now they are looking like they are defeated. They're playing with a defeated attitude, and it's being shown in the field.
I find that the subs are coming in very slow. I want to believe that some of the little soldiers team members are tired, but the subs are coming in pretty slow for them. If you want to score a goal or two, or to finish the game with something, I thought that fresh legs would help.
But there's no reason that the striker should be tired, because they've basically been doing nothing all game. But she is going to be coming off now, the striker for the little soldiers. It's going to be on the number 4 on the field. The
last game I saw her play, she was the goal scorer.
She played very brilliantly last game, and she was the best attacking option for the little soldiers today in a very rare opportunities. And you see the free kick go over the top now. It's in the midfield now for the youngsters. Good ball out wide to number 22. She's trying to get past the defender now, and it's going to be cleared only as far as number 22 again. In the midfield now with number 5. Number 5 has also been under the radar, been playing very well. She's been winning a lot of balls in the midfield. She's basically played that CDM role, that cover role that most midfielders love to have around them. That player that can just sweep up behind them. They can win all the balls, send it back to the more creative players. She's done that role very well today. As we see the ball back with number 11 now, the most creative player on the field thus far. And she's playing around the midfield. She's having fun out there. That's a great ball out wide. And it's going to be a pass into the midfield now. It's a great ball. Can she get there before the defender? No, the defender has too much pace, and it's going to run out eventually for a throw into the youngsters. The sub is looking like she's trying to make a difference here. As number 2, again, you don't play that ball ever. That's you never play a ball across your box. That's fundamental football. As we see, it's the number 4 here, looking to go out wide. It's a interception by the little soldiers. Okay. It's a good pass that she lets the ball run, and she should have taken a touch. It's number 11 looking for a pass. What's she gonna do this time? Plays it into the number 5. Number 5 is going to try to go out wide. And it's caught in the feet of the defender. It's back with the number 11. Number 11 sends it up wide to the winger here for the youngsters. Back to the number 11. What's she going to do this time? She's going to take a shot. Or it's actually a great ball to the back post. Had number 22. Had 22 made the run, she would have gotten there first. It was a brilliant. Flag wasn't for offside anyway, so wouldn't have counted. But it was a great ball by the number 11. Her vision is top notch today.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I have to say she might just be the MVP of the day of this game. Don't forget we have a next game coming up. We have the Shining Stars playing against the Superstar. That game should be a very interesting game also. But this one we are looking at present is the Little Soldiers against the Youngsters, and the Youngsters are 4 goals up, and the Little Soldiers are doing the best they can to see if they can get some form of recognition or some form of a goal at least to ease the pain that they may have when they finish this game today, you know.
Yes, as we see the ball here with the Little Soldiers, but they just can't get through that defense of the Youngsters. They can't penetrate that last line of defense. As the ball's over here with the number 5 now. She's looking for a pass. She finds the striker here for the Youngsters. What's she gonna do? She's trying to go for the pass. Falls to number 11. 11 plays a good ball into the striker again. Falls to number 22. 20 plays number 5 in. And there's no movement. And it eventually breaks. Can she fire? Oh, she puts it wide. She should have scored. That should have been 5. That should have been her goal today. But she just couldn't get the bend on it to send it back towards the far corner. It's going to be a goal kick here as it remains 4-0 here to the Youngsters. It's been very tough going for the Little Soldiers thus far. It's been very hard for them.
I believe it's about 5 now. I'm not sure.
It's going to be a throw in here to the number 12 for the Youngsters. Throw in taken quickly, finds the number 22, but it's back with the defense. Again, she's been playing up across the defense ball all day, but it's in number 11 now. Tries to run it on to find the winger. It's back with number 11. What's she gonna do? Looking for a pass, cut out there by the number 22. I think that is the defender for the Little Soldiers. It's in the midfield now. Looking to go wide. Ball was not on, and this number 22 has been the most energetic player on the field thus far. She's shown a lot of energy. She's been running around all day. It's going to be a substitution in number 25 in for the number 18 for the Youngsters. And it's going to be the number 24 also coming onto the field for, it looks like it's going to be the number 22.
Yeah,
She has been running around all day. She's played very well. Throwing goes to number 5 for the Youngsters. Plays it forward. There's a ball on. It falls for the number 24. And there's players making their way to the box. Can she put it in? Along the ground and cut out. And it's going to be a throw in for the Youngsters.
Well, Cadden, man, I tell you, I don't know what else we can say to energize the Little Soldiers tonight, but it appears to me that time might run out on them tonight, as the Youngsters has pretty much have sealed off the deal with 4 goals.
Yes, this game has been, it's not been the day of the Little Soldiers today thus far, and probably not at all for the rest of this game, because they are not showing me that they are going to try and at least score 1. Doesn't look like they will, and it's going to be a throw in here for the Little Soldiers. Again, if I had to say who my man of the match would be, I would give it to the number 11. Number 2 has been, she was very good in her time on the field as well, but she quieted in the second half.
Number 11 scored a goal too.
I would have to give it to number 11. That spectacular shot. That shot was absolutely brilliant, and she's had a couple of assists, a couple of great balls into the box. She's been running in midfield. Here she is again. What's she gonna do? She beats one. She's plays a very good ball. But the striker did not make the run. and it's going to be cleared out for a throw into the Little Soldiers. It's been tough going here. It's been very hard on the Little Soldiers today. They've not been able to cope with the constant onslaught from the youngsters. It's been hard going.
We might get some. I'm not sure how much overtime we might get in this game. Maybe 3 minutes or 5 minutes. We'll have to wait and see. I think that's about to happen in a while.
It should not be too much extra time. As number 5 sends it into number 6 going for a shot. Bit weak, and keeper collects. She boots it long, looking for the winger here for the Little Soldiers. Well cut up in number 4 for the youngsters. 1 minute of added time, and that should signal the end for the Little Soldiers. They don't look like they have much fight left in them. It's only 3 of them up the field trying to attack. And is it going to be a case of commentator's curse? As you see a ball and she does not put it on target. She sends it wide. That basically sums up the performance of the Little Soldiers today. It's just not been their day. Nothing has come off for them today. The defensive plan has not worked. The attacking plan has not worked. It's just not been good for them today. As you see, the Little Soldiers trying to at least put 1 in before the game is done. I guess they realize the amount of time is left. This is number 5. Again, she's wheeling balls in midfield, sending out wide. And the player cannot control, and it's going to be out for a throw.
Yes, indeed, Kadin, man. It has been a wonderful game, but it's all in favor of the youngsters, and it's the end of the game. It's 90 minutes plus 1 minute overtime, and the youngsters has won the game by 4-0 to the Little Soldiers. So indeed, it has been a pleasure watching this match. And don't forget, there's another match coming. But Kadin, any last words on this match before we take our break?
I must say this game has been a very good showing by the youngsters. They put something out on tape today to show that we are here for the championship. They are showing that they want this championship. They've played very well thus far against a lackluster Little Soldiers side that did show a lot of fight last game, but today has just not been their day. And the scoreline reflects how the game went. It should have been at least 5 or 6, but 4-0 is a very clinical, very confident performance by the youngsters.
Yes, indeed. So it's the first match has finished, and we will await the second match, the Shining Stars against the Superstars, and that will be coming up shortly. Until then, it's Remy and the man Kadin. We'll see you soon again in a few more minutes for the second game. Thank you very much. I